Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins and currency. And today, we are focusing on a truly remarkable piece of Philippine history, the 1997 5 peso coin. This coin is not just a medium of exchange, but a window into the country's economic, cultural, and political landscape during the late 20th century. To fully understand the significance of the 1997 5 peso coin, we must first take a journey back into the rich and complex history of the Philippines, its evolution through colonial rule, independence, economic development, and how these factors shaped the creation of this coin. In the 1990s, the Philippines was undergoing major transitions politically and economically following the People Power Revolution of 1986, which saw the fall of the Marcos dictatorship. The country was in a period of rebuilding and redefinition. Democracy was being restored, and the nation was looking to stabilize its institutions and reassert its national identity. This atmosphere of transformation also found its way into the realm of coinage. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, or BSP, which is the central bank of the Philippines, plays a central role in issuing currency and maintaining monetary stability in the country, founded in 1949 and re-established with new powers in 1993 under the new Central Bank Act. The BSP took on the responsibility of designing and releasing new coins that would better represent the modern Filipino identity. In this context, the BSP launched the improved Flora and Fauna series, which would later be followed by the BSP Coin series and the new BSP series, which included the 1997 version of the 5 peso coin. This coin is particularly important because it marked a transitional design shift as the country tried to move away from its older coinage into a cleaner, more streamlined, and symbolically rich currency system. The 1997 5 peso coin features a portrait of Emilio Aguinaldo, who was the first president of the Philippines and a revolutionary leader against Spanish and American colonization. His inclusion on the coin is deeply symbolic, as he represents Filipino nationalism, courage, and the long struggle for independence. Placing his image on the 5 peso coin was a tribute to his historical importance and a reminder of the country's roots. Aguinaldo's face on the obverse or front side of the coin is sharp and striking, with his name inscribed boldly around it. This image was chosen not only for historical significance, but also to inspire patriotism among the Filipino people. The reverse of the coin displays the seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, surrounded by the inscription of the coin's denomination and the year of minting, 1997. The seal itself is filled with meaning. It features a stylized eagle, 3 stars, and a sun, which are elements derived from the Philippine flag, symbolizing sovereignty and freedom. The 1997 5 peso coin is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, which gives it a silvery appearance and a strong, durable quality. The coin is round, has a reeded edge, and weighs approximately 7.7 grams, with a diameter of 27 millimeters. It was minted at a time when the Philippine government was emphasizing functionality, durability, and aesthetics in its coins. Now let us take a closer look at the economic backdrop of 1997. This was the year when the Asian financial crisis began shaking the economies of many countries in Southeast Asia. The Philippines was affected, but managed to fare better than some of its neighbors, despite experiencing currency depreciation, inflation, and a decline in foreign investments during this period. Coins like the 5 peso played a key role in everyday commerce, especially as inflation changed the way people used different denominations. This gave coins a more active role in daily transactions, especially as prices shifted and more denominations were needed in coin form instead of paper bills. In terms of circulation, the 1997 5 peso coin was widely used across the country and was a common sight in public markets, jeepney fare boxes, sari-sari stores, and bank transactions. It carried not just monetary value, but cultural weight as it passed from hand to hand across all levels of society, from school children buying snacks to workers receiving change from vendors. The coin also found its place in Filipino rituals such as tossing coins for luck during celebrations or including them in small gifts during holidays, which shows how deeply embedded coins are in Filipino life. Numismatically, the 1997 5 Piso coin is also of interest because it comes from a period when the Bangko Sentral was experimenting with different designs, sizes, and features for coins. Collectors today value this coin not only for its historical and economic significance, but also for its aesthetic elements. Over the years, coin grading experts have examined versions of the 1997 5 Piso for wear minting errors and variations that may enhance their collectible value. Some coins might display slight misalignments, die cracks, or off-center strikes, which make them rare and sought after in the numismatic community. One of the most interesting aspects of this coin is how it fits into the broader history of Philippine coinage. The country has undergone multiple coin redesigns, starting with the Spanish and American coin systems, through the Commonwealth era, to independence and the creation of its own national coins. Each change reflects a historical shift, and the 1997 coin is part of this narrative, a moment of post-Marcos democratic revival and institutional strengthening. The coin also highlights the importance of Emilio Aguinaldo in national memory. Born in 1869, Aguinaldo led the Philippine Revolution against Spain and later resisted American occupation, declaring Philippine independence on June 12, 1898. He remains a controversial but central figure in the country's history. His presence on the coin is a reminder of the sacrifices and struggles that led to the current republic, and speaks volumes about the values the nation wished to uphold at the time this coin was minted. Culturally, the 5 Piso coin of 1997 also plays a part in the Filipino psyche. Many people remember it from their childhood, their daily routines, or their savings jars. It symbolizes an era when coins still played a major role in transactions before the rise of digital payment systems and e-wallets. It serves as a nostalgic object for many Filipinos, especially those who grew up in the 90s or early 2000s. Today, the coin is still occasionally found in circulation, although later versions have since replaced it with new designs and materials. Over time, the design of the 5 Piso coin would continue to evolve with new series introduced by the BSP, including more advanced security features and design changes. But the 1997 version remains a pivotal entry in this timeline, bridging the past and the future of Philippine currency in museums, educational materials, and collector albums. The coin continues to spark interest and serves as a tangible piece of the nation's past. To conclude, the 1997 5 Piso coin is more than just a monetary instrument. It is a symbol of a nation finding its way after a tumultuous political era, a tribute to a revolutionary hero, a product of economic resilience, and a cultural artifact deeply woven into the fabric of Filipino life, from its design, material, and historical symbolism to its role in daily transactions and its place in the numismatic world. This coin offers us a rich and layered story that connects generations of Filipinos and continues to speak to the enduring value of coins, not just as currency, but as keepers of national memory, identity, and pride. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the 1980 one-dime coin, also known as the Roosevelt dime. A coin that may appear common at first glance, but holds within it decades of history, intricate design developments, production challenges, and numismatic significance that only comes to light
when you look closely and take the time to appreciate its full story. The 1981 dime is part of a long-running series that began in 1946, the year following the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who led the country through the Great Depression in the most of World War II. Roosevelt had been stricken with polio in 1921 and later became a champion for the fight
against the disease, which is why the dime was chosen to honor him, as it became closely associated with the March of Dimes campaign, a charitable initiative aimed at eradicating polio and supporting children's health efforts. The design of the dime, introduced in 1946, was the work of John R. Sinnock, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. At the time, his portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse featured the president in profile facing left, with inscriptions including Liberty, the motto, "In God, We Trust," and the year of mintage, which for our focus today is 1980. The reverse features a torch symbolizing liberty flanked by an olive branch on the left, representing peace, and an oak branch on the right, representing strength and independence, with the inscriptions United States of America, a pluribus unum, and one dime surrounding the central imagery. By 1980, the United States Mint had been producing the Roosevelt dime for over 3 decades, but this particular year marked a significant point in the evolution of modern coinage, not only because of the mintage numbers, but also due to the continued use of the copper-nickel-clad composition that had been introduced in 1965, following the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from circulating dimes quarters and half dollars. The 1980 dime is composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper, resulting in a total weight of 2.27 grams and a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. In terms of mintage, the 1980 Roosevelt dime was struck at 3 different mint facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. The Philadelphia Mint coins bear no mint mark, as was the standard practice until 1980, when the P mint mark was first added to certain denominations, but not yet to the dime. The Denver Mint coins bear the D mint mark, while San Francisco produced proof coins with the S mint mark, meant primarily for collectors. Philadelphia produced over 735 million Roosevelt dimes in 1980. Denver struck more than 776 million, while San Francisco added approximately 3.5 million proof dimes to the total mintage. Each mint used specialized equipment and die techniques to ensure the clarity and consistency of the strike, with proof coins from San Francisco being struck multiple times under high pressure using specially polished dies and planchets to achieve a mirror-like finish and frosted design elements. Collectors and numismatists often examine 1980 dimes for several features, including strike-quality mint, mark clarity, and potential errors or varieties which can add significant value to a seemingly ordinary coin. Among the most notable varieties are double-die obverse examples where doubling is visible in the lettering or date, as well as off-center strikes, misaligned dies, and clipped planchets, which result in partial missing sections of the coin edge. Another highly sought-after variety is the 1980 dime, with a full band designation, a term referring to the complete separation and detail of the horizontal bands on the torch on the reverse side of the coin. Especially on higher-grade examples, this feature indicates a strong and well-preserved strike, which increases its desirability and market value. Grading plays a crucial role in determining the value of a 1980 Roosevelt dime. Coins are assessed using the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, with grades above MS-65 considered gem quality and more desirable to collectors. Circulated coins typically show signs of wear on the high points, such as Roosevelt's cheek and jawline or the torch detail on the reverse, while uncirculated examples retain their original luster and sharp detail. As we dig deeper into the coin's journey through circulation, we uncover its place. Within American life and commerce in 1980, this was a time of economic change. Inflation was high, and coin production remained essential to meet the demands of daily transactions. Dimes were used in vending machines, public telephones, and all kinds of small-scale commercial exchanges. This constant use contributed to the natural wear of coins, but also reflects the important role even small denominations like the dime played in American economic activity. Beyond their monetary function, Roosevelt dimes also carried a message of national resilience and tribute to leadership during crisis. Franklin Roosevelt's impact on American society was profound and enduring. His image on the dime remains one of the few presidential portraits on U.S. currency that has remained unchanged for decades, a testament to his legacy and public admiration. We will also take a moment to explore the behind-the-scenes production process at the United States Mint during the 1980s, focusing on the machinery coin press operations, die preparation, and quality control practices that ensured consistency in billions of coins produced. We will walk through how blank planchets are prepared, how they are fed into coin presses and struck with precision, and what procedures are in place to detect flaws or remove defective coins from distribution. As we continue, we'll also look at the broader numismatic interest in Roosevelt dimes, how this series has evolved over time, including the rare transitional errors, changes in mint mark placement, introduction of new proof technologies, and how Roosevelt dimes have been collected in sets, rolls, and albums by both casual enthusiasts and serious collectors for generations. Finally, we'll discuss the market trends associated with the 1980 Roosevelt dime. What makes certain examples more valuable than others, how prices have changed over the years in both circulated and uncirculated grades, and what collectors today should look for. When evaluating their own coins, we'll feature auction results, certified population reports from major grading services like PCGS and NGC, and give you the tools to identify potential hidden gems in your own collection. So sit back and get ready for a full exploration of the 1980 Roosevelt one-dime coin, from its historical roots and design symbolism to production details, collector interest, and investment potential. This is Coins One Dime, and I am excited to take you on this numismatic journey through one of America's most enduring coin series, evolution and collector intrigue. So as you settle in for this detailed 2-hour exploration, I invite you to take a journey through time, beginning not just in 1999, but decades before, tracing the roots of this humble yet fascinating coin back to the origins of British coinage itself, and more specifically, the transformations that led to the modern decimal system introduced in 1971 when the United Kingdom moved from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to introduced in 1971 when the United Kingdom moved from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a simplified decimal structure that made 100 pence equal to 1 pound. This change not only revolutionized British currency, but also laid the groundwork for coins like the 1999 penny to be produced as part of a carefully calibrated economic and social transition. Now focusing on the 1999 issue, we must understand the broader backdrop of the late 1990s, a time of political change, technological advancement, and evolving economic priorities under the leadership of Prime Minister Tony Blair and the Labour government, which had come to power in 1997. The United Kingdom was experiencing a new wave of modernization, and this reflected even in its coinage policies, as the Royal Mint continued to refine its designs, production methods, and alloy choices in response to inflation, metal prices, and global trends. The penny coin remained a cornerstone of daily transactions and retained its role despite the gradual shift toward digital banking and card-based commerce. The 1999 one-penny coin was minted in massive quantities, with over 600 million pieces produced, making it a common sight in circulation. But what distinguishes it from other years is not just the mintage number, but the context in which it was made. The year 1999 marked the final full year of the 20th century, a symbolic transition into a new millennium. And with that came heightened interest in objects of daily life that would soon become relics of the past. Numismatists, collectors, historians, and the public alike began to view coins from this year with a sense of nostalgia and curiosity, examining their craftsmanship, origin, and condition with a renewed lens. The obverse of the 1999 penny features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a sculptor whose vision was to present the monarch in a more realistic and less idealized manner. This portrait, introduced in 1998, replaced the Raphael Makhlouf version and became instantly recognizable for its candid and regal depiction of the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The initials IRB can be found just beneath the portrait, a mark of the artist's influence and a key identifying feature for collectors. The reverse of the coin carries the crowned portcullis design adapted from the badge of Henry VII and later used as a symbol of the Palace of Westminster. This design has been emblematic of the 1-penny coin since decimalization and reflects the British heritage in a subtle yet meaningful way. Beneath the portcullis are the words 1 penny and the date 1999 in evenly spaced lettering. This side of the coin was designed by Christopher Ironside, a key figure in British numismatic design whose work continues to be celebrated for its clarity, balance, and national symbolism. The composition of the 1999 penny also offers insight into the economic decisions of the time being. Struck in copper-plated steel rather than the earlier bronze used in pre-1992 coins, this change was implemented by the Royal Mint as a cost-saving measure, since copper prices were on the rise and steel offered a more stable and economical base metal. The shift in composition also led to some visible differences in tone weight and magnetism, which can be used to distinguish between older and newer. Pennies a 1999. Penny will stick to a magnet, while earlier versions will not, providing a simple way to test the metal content. Beyond the basic appearance and material aspects of the coin lies a deeper story about its role in everyday British life. In 1999, the penny was still frequently used in retail transactions. Pricing items at $0.99 or $1.99 made the 1p coin a necessity for giving correct change and thus kept it in active circulation. But its value had already been eroded significantly by inflation, and discussions had begun about the long-term viability of the denomination. Yet despite these economic concerns, the penny remained a symbol of traditional commerce, of pocket change, and of an analog world slowly giving way to digital convenience. In addition to the standard business strike pennies, the Royal Mint also produced proof and uncirculated versions for collectors. These coins were minted with greater care, precision, and polish, often housed in sets that commemorated the year 1999 as part of the Millennium series. These collector versions are particularly prized for their mirror-like finishes, sharper details, and preservation over time, making them more desirable to numismatists seeking high-grade examples of the year one of the fascinating aspects of the 1999 penny is the sheer number of varieties and conditions available due to the high mintage and circulation time. Coins from this year can be found in a range of wear states from near mint to heavily circulated, which affects their market value and appeal. Grading plays a crucial role in assessing these coins, with terms like VF for very fine, EF for extremely fine, and BU for brilliant uncirculated, used to distinguish them. Collectors often seek out coins with minimal contact marks, sharp details, and full luster, particularly those stored in original mint packaging or discovered in coin rolls untouched by human hands. This opens the door to countless stories about penny hunting, coin roll searching, and the thrill of finding a pristine 1999 penny in an unexpected place. Perhaps in the till of an old shop, in a forgotten piggy bank, or tucked away in a family heirloom tin of coins. The emotional and historical resonance of these discoveries adds to the charm and legacy of the 1999 penny. As we move through this video, we will explore the technical aspects of minting, the machinery used by the Royal Mint, the quality control protocols, the dies employed, the life cycle of a penny from blank plancher to struck coin, and its journey through banks, shops, and households across the country. We will interview experts, visit numismatic archives, and share stories from collectors who have built entire sets focused on single years like 1999 to better understand the depth and diversity of the collecting experience. By the end of this video, you will not only know more about the 1999 1-penny coin, but also appreciate how something so small can carry such a wide-ranging narrative, from economics to design, from metallurgy to personal memory. And if you happen to own one of these coins, you might just see it in a new light. So thank you for returning to the channel, and let's now take our deep dive into the world of the 1999 1-penny coin, a humble piece with a grand story.